The FDA reports kid-sized doses of Pfizer and Moderna's COVID vaccine appear to be safe and effective for children under the age of 5. Pediatricians are awaiting the approval to start rolling out the vaccine to the last eligible group. Well, as we hear from Natalie Kutchko tonight, for some doctors, well, that may mean they had to make some adjustments to meet the demand for all of us. Natalie?
Don, one pediatrician we spoke with says the pending approval will add to an already busy summer calendar for his office. As doctors wait on shipments of the vaccines, he says it may result in longer hours for staff to meet patients' needs. Like most other family practitioners, Dr. Edward Lewis of Lewis Pediatrics in Brighton is waiting for the CDC to give the green light to vaccinate children under 5. Dr. Lewis says the timing, however, may be tricky.
As soon as we get word that we're doing it, we're going to have to figure out how we're going to fit it into an already busy schedule. I think larger groups have more staff and have some flexibility there. I know that in the past, a lot of pediatricians have even sought to get part-time help to come in and help with the immunizations.
For children ages 5 to 11, Lewis Pediatrics opened clinics on weekends, offering up to 50 doses or so. This time around, the office is prepared to do the same, but Dr. Lewis says demand may not be as high.
We haven't gotten a lot of calls. At well visits, we have parents asking, but I think we're again looking for probably about 30% of our eligible patients wanting the vaccine.
Rochester Clinical Research has conducted Pfizer trials for children as young as 6 months in a 3-dose series. Lead investigator Dr. Matthew Davis says trials have been successful and once approved will give families with younger children a sense of relief.
Because there had been a time when they ran into barriers with travel and moving around because they had unvaccinated small children. Presumably the FDA will grant this approval in the very near future, and that'll remove that roadblock to people saying, look, everybody in the family is now vaccinated, we can travel.
And doctors we spoke with today say while COVID has weakened across the region, they are seeing a continued uptick in other viruses, cases of RSV, croup, and the flu. Parents are asked to contact their providers to learn more about the vaccine rollout if and when it is approved.
And now to a very frustrating situation for hundreds of local families. Their children need help and they can't get it.
1,000 young children with special needs are awaiting services. And 13 WHAM has learned close to 600 of them are waiting for a diagnostic evaluation at URMC. That diagnosis provides answers for anxious parents. And without it, they are in limbo.
Are you ready?
With the sun shining and his big sister at his side, 2.5-year-old Sammy Purcell is all smiles. It is what his mom calls a good moment. Minutes later, inside, Sammy is having a bad moment. One that his mom says is growing more common and concerning.
The anger outbursts is what I'm worried about, the ones where he hurts himself. He throws himself to the ground, he hits his head. He takes my chairs and throws them.
Sammy's behavior also concerned his pediatrician. At 18 months old, he was referred to URMC's Golisano Behavioral Health for a diagnostic evaluation. An 11-week wait has turned into 11 months and counting.
When they told me the wait list, my heart dropped. I said, so my kid's gonna be in school by the time, he even gets the care or help? This just doesn't make any sense. Especially knowing that he was referred at 18 months old.
Sammy is one of nearly 600 children waiting for an evaluation at URMC. A spokesman tells 13 WHAM there is a nationwide shortage of board-certified developmental behavioral pediatricians, and the situation in upstate has gotten more challenging. In search of help, Sammy's mom has called other centers without any luck. She even contemplated going out of town. And while they wait, she fears a critical window to help Sammy is closing.
The early learning stages, this is when they need the most, learning and stuff like that. That's what's frustrating to me is that they're pushing this off.
A diagnosis would enable Sammy to get the right help and end his mom's helpless feeling.
It's frustrating. I break down in tears. There's some days I don't know what to do. I have to take him take a walk away, let him kind of cry it out.
Sammy's pediatrician has just submitted a second referral to URMC, hoping to get him that evaluation. He is also waiting for services from Early Intervention, a state-funded, county-run program. It, too, lacks providers, and there are close to 300 children waiting for those services. Breaking news tonight, Rochester City Council passed the city budget, but in an unprecedented move, it voted no on next year's city school district budget. Good evening, I'm Jenny Ryan.
And I'm Doug Embledge. It is a strictly symbolic vote regarding the schools, but it shows the council's lack of trust in the RCSD's budget process, a process that has come under scrutiny, especially after the state assigned a monitor to oversee the district's academics and its finances. 13 Wham's Carla Rogner joins us live now from City Hall.
Yeah, the nearly $1 billion RCSD budget will remain as it's written, but council members say they could not show support for it. 7 council members voted no tonight and 2 chose not to vote. Councilman Patterson called the budget process a sham, citing board vice president Beatrice LeBron voted against it, and she's the finance chair.
We have just completed a budget hearings with that organization, and they couldn't tell us how many kids were in the district. They couldn't tell us how many staff they employed. To say that their budget process has been shambolic, with a heavy emphasis on the word sham, would be kind. And that's about as kind as I can get about their budget.
In City Council, President Melendez says he also had concerns about the budget after meeting with the state-appointed monitor. Many City Council members tonight called for more collaboration between the City Council and the district for the future.